doctor, is everything okay? You had me really worried the way you sounded on the phone.
What's wrong with you, baby? I didn't call you.
Yeah, you called me like 10 minutes ago and I came straight from class. Are you putting your slippers in the pants?
Oh gosh, my bad, baby, my bad. You know, these days I get very old.
Okay, I think you should just tell me what happened.
Okay. When I wake up this morning, I stepped on a cat. Did you bring any cat here?
No.
We don't have any cat. And I stepped on a cat. And then this morning, I wake up in the car. But I don't even know how I reached there. I don't know what's going on in the baby. I really don't know what's going on.
What's going on? What's all the drama here?
I feel like somebody take a slice of my memory by child.
What? What sense now, Oma?
Just take a look at this.
You went mad.
And that's how it is to the baby.
I think you should go to the doctor.
Alright, now baby. I will go just for you, right?
Wait, hold on, so don't move this.
What is this?
Alice.
We better don't hope she end up in the zoo because the mic will come.
Come in. Thanks a lot, miss. Okay. Hi, my name is Dr. Bahal. And your name is?
What?
My name is Dr. Bahal. What is your name?
My name is Barbara.
Okay, Barbara. What brings you here today?
I don't know. I can't remember anything.
So, you just decided to come here?
I don't know. I can't remember anything.
Did you do anything? Have you been experiencing anything that was out of the ordinary?
Hello?
It's in your pocket.
What's in my pocket?
The list.
Oh, the list.
You brought a list?
My niece gave me this. It says here that I bumped my toe, I stepped on a cat, I put salt in my coffee instead of sugar. I woke up in the park this morning and I think I have a goat now. Also, I went to the bank today and bought a boat and now I'm in debt. I can't remember any of these things.
Okay. This, what you are describing to me right now, sounds like Alzheimer's.
What?
Do you know what is Alzheimer's?
No, I never heard of something like that.
Okay, this is a disease which you have, and some of the symptoms is memory loss. You cannot have full conversations. You'll be disoriented, and you'll be. Hello? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is disorientation, and where you bought a boat and a coat, that is poor judgment. Okay? But I'm very sorry, but there are no cure for this disease. So I'll have to write a prescription for you.
Hi, my name is Barbara.
So it's as I suspected. You have Alzheimer's.
What? I have Alzheimer's? Who says so?
Says the salt coffee that you drink.
Oh my God, I don't know what's going on.
Oh my. I'm going to have to send you to the room.
Okay, it's not the end of the world. Let's go find out more about it.
But how, Betty?
From Google, there's nothing that Google doesn't know.
Except for why you buy a book.
Who are you?
Alzheimer's first. Come to explain this to you, dummies. So, information, and what we could see here is that, well, Alzheimer's is a condition of birth that causes you to the substrates from glucose and with oxidation and stuff all make you all crazy.
Wait. That's incorrect.
I don't understand.
So you don't get any magic, no sprinkle bars. You know what? That's old school. Old school stuff. However, you just leave it on the forefront, right? Now be good enough.
The role of misfolded proteins in Alzheimer's disease. The discovery of the Alzheimer's disease is attributed to German neuropathologist and psychiatrist Aloysius Alzheimer. Dr. Alzheimer, along with Italian doctors, examined the brain of a patient who died in 1906. From an autopsy, they noticed that the brain had shrunken drastically, seemingly without evidence of thickening and hardening of the walls of the arteries. Dr. Alzheimer used a silver staining technique which allowed him to identify amyloid plaques and neurofibril tangles in the brain, characteristics of the Alzheimer's disease. It is a type of dementia which affects memory capability, judgment, and behavior of the affected individual. Alzheimer's is a progressive disease, which means that it worsens over time. It can also be possibly terminal, leading to fatality or death of the individual. It is a neurological disease, implying that the brain is affected. This disease causes the death and loss of brain cells, known as neurons. These brain cells die due to the development of plaques and tangles within the protein structure of the brain. These plaques and tangles develop due to a process known in biochemistry as protein misfolding, which we'll come to in a bit. Individuals lose the ability to carry on a conversation and respond to their environment. People suffering from Alzheimer's disease usually experience difficulties in mental function, which includes perception, memory, communicative skills, and ability to perform basic tasks. These persons may also be subjected to hallucinations, delusions, and mood changes. Such adverse effects on the human mind then inhibit social interaction and functioning. The complex process which involves proteins adapting to their ideal functional three-dimensional shape and structure is known as protein folding. Proteins exist as polypeptide chains of amino acids. The sequence of these amino acids determines the interaction and structures formed by these sequence-specific interactions. The shape and structure of proteins are essential to their biological function, and the failure of proteins to stabilize and fold correctly into the desired structures occur when there is protein misfolding, a process which results in toxic protein bodies and degenerative diseases. The misfolded protein may be semi or completely non-functional. or it may be subjected to degradation by cellular machinery. All the misfolding may lead to dysfunctional interactions with proteins. The intracellular and extracellular aggregates of misfolded proteins can accumulate, especially as individuals get older. The deposits of these misfolded proteins are associated with a number of diseases. Heat shock proteins recognizes misfolded proteins as being undesirable. These misfolded proteins are marked for degradation within cells, and this is facilitated by the conjugation of ubiquitin, which acts as a tag and identifies the protein for degradation into its amino acids. Many diseases which arise due to misfolding of proteins typically lack a key protein which has been recognized and eliminated by the cell. However, many protein misfolding diseases are caused by accumulation and deposition of aggregates into the cell. Deposits of amyloid, beta, and tau are characteristic of Alzheimer's disease. As a result of protein misfolding, abnormal protein structures form and result in the death of brain cells. Deposits of a protein fragment called beta amyloid that accumulates in the spaces between nerve cells are known as plaques. Twisted tau protein fibers that accumulate inside cells are known as tangles. Plaques and tangles accumulate in the cortex as the disease progresses. Misfolding of proteins can be caused by a mutation of a particular gene, which produces an altered protein. The accumulation of abnormally folded amyloid beta protein in the brain leads to Alzheimer's disease. Amyloid beta is a short peptide consisting of 36 to 43 amino acids, which is generated by the proteolysis of an integral membrane protein. Amyloid precursor protein, APP, in neurons. Amyloid beta monomers contain short regions of beta sheet, and at high concentrations they undergo a dramatic change to form beta sheet rich tertiary structure that aggregates to form amyloid fibrils. These fibrils accumulate deposits outside of the neurons and aggregate to form amyloid plaques in the brains of patients suffering from Alzheimer's disease. Stabilization of microtubules occurs with the aid of tau proteins, which are proteins predominantly found in neurons of the central nervous system. Usually, the regulation of tau protein is done by the process of phosphorylation. However, in the case of Alzheimer's disease, neurofibrillary tangles are formed by the accumulation and aggregation of excessively phosphorylated tau proteins. These neurofibrillary tangles are associated with amyloid plaques, causing the degenerative conditions of the disease. Treatment. There has yet to be a cure developed for Alzheimer's disease. However, there are methods of managing and dealing with some of the behavioral symptoms which may be experienced. In the early stages of the disease, cholinesterase inhibitors are used to treat with symptoms relating memory loss, impaired thoughts, and other brain functions. The inhibitors prevent the breakdown of neurotransmitters in the brain and slow down the progression of some of the symptoms of Alzheimer's disease.
Now it makes sense. Do you understand what's going on with you?
Why is my tea so salty?